go find people that want to read your book. It's nice to see those people. It's nice to get that advice and all that other stuff. That's all well and good. But at the end of the day, you go home and you still ain't making no sales on nothing. You still ain't making no sales on nothing. And I see that a lot on this indie side. And then going into the next part, he's going to go into kind of speak on that. So I'm gonna just go to that because I'm gonna end up just kind of ranting before I even finished everything, because y'all know I just end up running my mouth.
To receive editorial feedback on your comics, manga, or webtoons. One of the ways you can do this is through Viz Media's portfolio review. Viz Media is a licensing company that brings Japanese manga to Western audiences. Recently, Viz Media has introduced their Viz Originals program and Viz One Shot program. These two programs create opportunities for non-Japanese manga artists to be published. At the convention this year, Viz Media had editors attend the event to review applications and portfolios. Attending a review session like this is a great opportunity if you want to draw comics and manga professionally.
I don't think, again, this isn't inherently bad. This is just where I stand, right? And I feel like a lot of these things, like y'all go, especially on the manga side, people breaking their necks to be a part of these things, it don't go well. It don't go the way you think it's going to go. A lot of these people, a lot of these companies they end up taking and putting people in weird contracts to where you can't do certain things or you can't hold certain things. Heck, Monitor knows it, dealing with Saturday AM, I believe he was the person that was dealing with Saturday AM, and then it was a bunch of weird stuff. And it's like this consistent going out, telling people, and I do have a caveat to it. This consistent going out and being like, hey, let me give my stuff to Viz. Let me give my stuff to this. Let me give my stuff to Shueisha. Let me give my stuff to... That's all nice and everything. The truth of the matter is, if you don't have no leverage, and this is my caveat, if you don't have no leverage to what you're doing, you're just going to get ran through. You're just going to get ran through and over. Meaning, you don't have a long-standing series. You don't have people that are behind it. You don't have a contract that makes sense. You're going to get messed up. And this consistent need to go to these other creators and go to these other places to get these things done and to get your stuff seen is a little dangerous. Like, I see the dude, DD Mark, talking about certain things on his YouTube and stuff like that. And what you guys fail to realize is that you go to these things and you get this advice, like what he's saying, from editors and stuff like that. And that's all well and good. Because the truth of the matter is, you know where and this is where I'm always going to go. You know where you can really get some good advice from? Readers. You can get some good advice from the people that want to read what you got. The people that'll show up. It's a lot easier to go and be like, hey, let me go to this editor person, bypass this, and that. But then if you don't have the readers, if you don't have the backing, if you don't have no kind of leverage on your side, it's going to be hard. DD Mark can do what he does because they seen that he had an audience. And from what they're watching, because these people do watch, they see that the audience is interacting with the books and stuff. And that audience transfers to the books. So then when these companies, the Viz's and other people want the book, when they want this particular story, they're going to take the ones that have more of an audience, because it's like, okay, this person has a built-in audience. They got a little bit of something going. They have a little bit of something. It's not necessary. I'm not saying it's necessary. They have a little bit of something going. Let's take it and go give it to them. Because they watch this stuff. They watch it, and it's like, does this person have enough attention or enough backers and enough fans to make it make sense to go with these places? But a lot of people that are creators, they're just like, let me jump on and give these people all of my stuff. Let me give them my books. Let me start doing it because I'm gonna get some pay. I'm gonna get paid. But then after you do it a couple of years, you find out that the contracts don't make sense, that you're not getting paid the way you would like to, that you feel like this one is over you, that this is better than yours. But that consistent need to keep going to publishers and all these other people is wild, especially in this day and age. Like, and again, Modern Comics should know better. Like, again, not that you're wrong, but you've been through this thing. You've been through this and you've seen what it led to. You're not going to go to I've learned from working, like basic jobs. I've learned that from retail to fast food to car washing to engineering, all of it. If you up under somebody else, there's always going to be a bunch of stuff that you're not going to like. And unless you got the heart for that thing to stay and do it, you might as well just be like, hey, I'm gonna just do my own thing and stuff. Cause whatever else is going on, it ain't gonna be what you think it is. And going to these folks is gonna be, hey, you gotta most folks that do this, even my man Nick, like it's a thing where they know that what he does has a following and a backing. So it's like, hey, let's work with him. But you see him and the other guys that's really hitting it, you got to have a mindset for that. That's really hitting it. And I even see lower people that's really hitting it. They own their stuff, they own their art, their pages and everything. They're on it. And I respect those folks. I respect all of them. I can't name everybody, but and again, I'm talking more of that manga-ish side, that American manga style, whether you call it manhwa, whatever. I love all of it for all y'all. I love all of it for all y'all. I just keep it simple for me. Old. I just okay manga. Bam. There we go. And no disrespect to anybody. And I want to see everybody thrive, but in today's day and age, to be so gung-ho to go to these places, and I understand because they the ones they got the money and everything, and you want to get to that. But if you understand that, what I was saying was, if you go to Saturday AM and they do it this way, or this person does it this way, you're going to go to these other places and it's going to be the same thing. And if you don't have that backing to really give you that cushion of people that really like what you got, then man, you're going to be messed up. Because when they put it out, who's going to be reading it? Like you're going to run into the same thing. If you don't put that legwork in where you're at now, you're going to run into the same thing later. You're going to run, especially on the manga side of things, you're going to run into the same thing. If you don't have nobody reading it, you don't have a built-in fan base that can go and be like, yeah, this is great. I like this from this person. You're going to get you a little deal, go work with these people, and nothing's going to happen. It ain't gonna get. You're gonna get you a couple of dollars, but it ain't gonna get sold. It ain't gonna be seen nowhere. And then you're gonna get Then it's gonna be. I really want people to read it, and I want people to see it, and nobody got to see it. And then they just shelved my stuff, and I didn't get to do anything with it. And they didn't push me to where they should have. And then this person, I felt like I was doing the same work. Monitor Comics, you should know better because you've been here and done this. But you're telling people to do a thing that didn't even work for you before.